My name is Michael Tamale, and I play Wesley Kimbugwe Jr. in Falling Out. Falling out to me in one word, stressful, but in a good way. In a good way. I mean, it's a good kind of. No, because it's about the topic. It tackles the topic of like arranged marriages and broken families and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying I grew up in a broken family or anything like that, but putting myself into that position and having to actually live in that experience is, yeah, stressful. Wesley is, like, I don't know how to describe him, honestly. Okay, he's the son of a tycoon. He's married to Ruth Kimbugwe. They have a child, one child. It's not a happy marriage is the thing. Wesley wants more from life, but he feels like he's been confined to this by forces that he cannot control, i.e. his father. So Wesley is just unsatisfied, basically, throughout the film. I mean, he has an arc, of course, but at the beginning of the film, he's unsatisfied with where life has put him, and he's trying to find ways to like navigate that. I'm keeping it spoiler free. Personal connections to Wesley. Do I have personal connection? I do not think so. I want to. My connection is I acted as Wesley. I think that's the connection. But if I'm looking at his struggle and what he goes through, like with Ruth and with his parents and everything, I don't think I can relate to it. Ma, you know what I mean? So the first time I read the script, like the very first paragraph, I was like, oh, can I do this as a voiceover? Unfortunately, I didn't, thanks to Mr. Director. But I was like, I want to do this because I remember, I think at the time, I'm not sure if I remember well, but I think at the time we hadn't yet like decided, right? Had we said to what doing it when I got the script? Or was I going to read the script and then decide? I don't remember. It's something. It's something. But when I read the script, I remember thinking, I want to do this film, okay? Because it's such a character-driven film, and those are the places where you get to like really act. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was my first impression when I read the script. I wanted to do it badly. No one else would have it.
Must be an incredible writer.
Must be an incredible writer. You know what I mean? I wonder what his name is. Gee, is that at least a nuclear joy Machovu? I wonder. Memorable moments from the set. Now that's interesting. The very first one that comes to mind is the one I was dreading. Let's just say the one so there's a is that a spoiler? It's okay? It's fine? Okay. The other one is from the set. There's a scene we're shooting where Wesley is running and trips over a couple stairs and everything. And when you're reading it, it's like, oh, he falls down the stairs. It's just falling down. But yeah, I was dreading that because I was like, it seemed simple, but then when we got to the place and saw the stairs, then I was just like, oh God, I have to fall down those. And then in my head, I was, in as much as I was dreading it, again, there's a part of me that was like, okay, if I'm going to do this stunt, I'm going to do this stunt. Like I have to. I remember Joy, I was speaking to Joy. This is Joy over here. You can't see him. But, and Joe was like, yeah, no, we're just going to keep it simple and do it thinking, I was like, no, but I can do it this way, where I do this. No, let's keep it simple. That was joy. And so that was, I think, the most memorable day for me. And of course, anytime I get to act with Camilla is, it's memorable because, like, Camilla, how did the director influence my performance? Now, the director is a young man. I'm not, I'm not saying I'm old, but he's slightly younger, and so it was so interesting. It was so interesting having Kim steer us through this ship because he has such vision for his show, and all through to marketing and PR, he's had such vision for how he wants his film to be, and it was the same during filming. Yeah, so he'd give us notes and he's like, so here's the thing. That's how he gives us notes. It's like, so Michael, here's the thing. Um and then he'll give you a note and tell you this, like, but like feel free, do whatever comes naturally. And so he kept it an open space for us to figure out our characters and figure out the flow of the scenes and everything. So it was a very, how do I describe it? It was a very rewarding experience in terms of like acting. It was a very rewarding experience for me as an actor because it was smooth. Is the thing. This is joy. See, what is my opinion on arranged marriages? Mm, no. I think that's. I know they were the norm, like then. You know what I mean? And even now, to this day, there are still people whose marriages are being arranged. But now of course, the percentage is a lot smaller. And I would prefer for it to get even smaller because I like having choice. Choice is important. I like having a choice in something like that. The person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, you need some agency in something like that. So I don't believe in arranged marriages, but they worked for some people. So, you know. Why should people come see falling? Why should people come see falling out? They should come see me and Camilla. No, why should people come see this film? No, yeah. Just support local film, support local talent, support local creators, support local art. That's a good reason. I encourage because I'm also on. I mean, yes, I've missed a few films and a few theater plays, but I've also been on like track to go out and really support local content because we need to build an audience here as creatives. Because a lot of people will go and watch Black Panther and Sinners and Avengers and God knows what, but they'll not go to watch Falling Out. And yet they should, because this is created here. It's homegrown. So people should come see this film to support local content and to see us.